Barak Yahuwah. Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Barak Yahuwah again. My name is Yahuda, Barak Yahuwah, and this is beloved Azar Yahu, Barak Yahuwah.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom to you all who is gathering on this most KADUSH day, on this most set apart day that the Master has given us to serve Him, Barak Yahuwah. For we are nothing but dirt vessels, desiring to be well pleasing to Yahuwah and Yahuwah alone. We ask that y'all continue to pray for us, Barak Yahuwah, because we definitely need it. We need help, and we definitely don't know nothing. It's Yahuwah that knows all things, Him and Him alone, Barak Yahuwah. So again, Shabbat Shalom to you all who are in covenant with Yahuwah, who are walking this narrow path that leads to everlasting life. We pray that that Yahuwah strengthen you each and every day, that He give you give you a heart that's willing to serve Him, give you a heart that's willing to obey Him, give you a heart that's willing and able to do as He please, as He wants us to do, Barak Yahuwah. So without further ado, I'm gonna pass it on to Brother Azar Yahu.
Barak Yahuwah. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Barak Yahuwah. To those of you who are on Facebook, we say Shabbat Shalom to you. To those of you who may watch this later on YouTube, we say Shabbat Shalom to you as well. We also welcome you to the Yahuwah's Portions channel, Barak Yahuwah, a channel dedicated to serving Yahuwah and Ruach in truth. Barak Yahuwah, it is my honest and sincere prayer that anytime I myself or anyone else come to his channel, Barak Yahuwah, that we indeed will find nothing but truth, whether it be through music, whether it be through praise, or whether it be through these Shabbat fellowship studies. I pray that there will be nothing but truth on his channel. Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. If it is your first time here fellowshipping with Yahuwah's Portion, with his people, Barak Yahuwah. So once again, we say Shabbat Shalom to you, Barak Yahuwah. And if you are wondering who we are or what we believe, Barak Yahuwah, well, we simply believe in serving Yahuwah and Ruach in truth, Barak Yahuwah. We also believe in preaching and proclaiming the good news to the four corners of the earth, Barak Yahuwah, to the four corners of the earth, the true, authentic good news. And that good news is that every man and woman that is walking this flat plane earth, every man and woman that is walking this flat plane earth, Barak Yahuwah, every one of us, we all men that proceed from Adam, we all now no longer have to live in fear of darkness, in fear of the curse of death. What curse am I referring to? The curse that goes all the way back to the beginning. When Yahuwah gave his firstborn son, his perfect firstborn son, the instructions that you can partake of every tree in the garden, but the day that you partake of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, the day that you partake of that fruit, that day you shall surely die. That day death indeed shall enter into the earth. And we all know that he disobeyed the command. He disobeyed the command, and death indeed did enter into the earth. Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. So with that understanding, Barak Yahuwah, we also understand that Adam, the creature, the firstborn son, his perfect bride, his perfect house in which he created, his house was perfect, his bride was perfect, his firstborn son was perfect. So Yahuwah indeed set the standard in which his creation must be in order to remain in his presence forever, because that is the goal. That is the purpose of him creating us, him creating us, his perfect bride, so we can be his perfect bride in his presence forever. This is the standard that Yahuwah set, and this must be accomplished. But we also know that the perfect house the perfect bride, the perfect firstborn son that Yahuwah created when he created Adam, that perfect house became imperfect. That perfect bride became imperfect. That perfect firstborn son became imperfect. And now we all stem from this imperfection. We all come from the loins of Adam. So Barak Yahuwah. So with this understanding, how is it that man that became imperfect can achieve this level of perfection that Yahuwah set in the beginning? Because this is still the standard that we must be in order to be in his presence forever. And it was impossible for us as mankind encased in this wicked flesh, encased in this flesh that is attached to the curse, because when he sinned against Yahuwah, yes, he received a curse indeed. But Yahuwah didn't put the whole weight of the curse upon Adam. What Yahuwah did was curse the earth instead of cursing Adam. Barak Yahuwah, instead of cursing Adam fully. But we also understand that we all of us come from the dirt of this earth. Come from the dirt of this earth. So as long as we are encased in this flesh, we are indeed attached to this curse. So we somehow have to become spiritually separated from this flesh, which is attached to the earth, in order to be separated from the curse that have been placed upon all men. That's where the good news comes in. That's where Yahuwah comes in. Yahuwah himself, the only one who is perfect. Yes, our Pasach Lamb, our Savior, he had to be perfect without spot or blemish. This was a must. This was the standard of our Savior. And none of us, no man can stand up to that standard, because we was all born in iniquity. We was all born from the unclean act of coming together. Yes, we was. That's why our Savior could not have come this way. Like, this is why Yahuwah placed his Ruach in the dirt, just like he did in the beginning, when he took dirt from the earth and he formed man, and he breathed breath of life and he breathed breath of life into this dirt and made man. He placed his Ruach, his breath, into dirt, into flesh, into the womb of a virgin, and he came out this way, Barak Yahuwah, which means he wasn't born in iniquity like me and you, which means even by this, he qualifies of being our Savior. Yes, Yahuwah himself placed his Ruach in the womb of the virgin, and he came into this dark and wicked earth, which was drenched in the traditions of man, which was drenched in darkness, and the sons of man was far from the truth, was far from the ancient path, but he came to show us the way, back to him, to show us the way back to the garden. Barak Yahuwah. He came to be the door in which if we enter, this will give us rights to be reset back to the garden. Yes, Yahuwah himself came in flesh to teach his sons, to teach his children the way that leads to everlasting life. This is the good news. And not only was he perfect when he walked this earth, is still perfect, but he also died in this perfect manner. Now all who believe in this perfect offering, this perfect great work that Yahuwah did himself for his children, coming in the flesh of man in the person of Yahushua HaMashiach, all who believe in the great work that he did and truly walk in true belief and perfect obedience, drawing near to him as perfect offerings, allowing Yahuwah to lead them to Yahushua HaMashiach, in which they will receive the blood for their atonement, which they will receive the covering blood of their atonement, but they must die. We all must die, because the wages of sin is death, and those wages must be paid in us all. So that's the reason why we partake in the death, burial, and the resurrection of Yahushua HaMashiach, thereby paying those wages, having those wages paid in us. Barak Yahuwah, us dying, now able to receive a renewed husband. Now able to receive a renewed husband, because this had to take place, because according to the Torah, if a man puts away his wife, he divorced and puts away his wife, and she goes and marry another, she cannot go back to her previous husband. And we was all married to Yahuwah when we was in the garden in the loins of Adam. And when Yahuwah put us away, and we, because we cheated on him, because we obeyed the voice of another, we could never go back to our old husband. So he had to come as a renewed husband and die in this way. So by this we can be redeemed back to him. Yahushua is the way, the truth, and the life. And if we don't receive him, if we don't receive his precious blood, none of us will make it to the reign. None of us will enter in. This is the good news. This is the true good news. Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. And this is, if this is your first time listening to Yahuwah's words on Yahuwah's channel, the Yahuwah's Portions channel, Barak Yahuwah, and you have heard something that may have stirred your ruach, that may have that bears witness to your that bears witness to the ruach that is in you, then it's possible that you too may be Yahuwah's portion. You too may be Yahuwah's people, because this is truly who we are. We are his people in which he is sealing with the seal of the living Elohim. His people in which he is washing, he is purifying by fire. He is washing with clean water. His people in which he is preparing to be a perfect bride, to be a perfect firstborn son, in which he will receive us and collect us and bring us into his treasury to keep us as his everlasting inheritance, as his portion. We are Yahuwah's portion, Barak Yahuwah. And if you have heard something that may have stirred your ruach, then it's possible you too may be Yahuwah's portion. And if so, if you feel led to even reach out to just say Shabbat Shalom, or you may have a question, or you desire to a fellowship with us live, Barak Yahuwah. Yahuwah have provided an email in the description of the channel, not of the video, in the description of the channel, Barak Yahuwah. In the description of the channel, I believe that email is Yahuwah's Portion _8 @gmail.com. Yahuwah's Portion _8 @gmail.com. Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. But with that being said, Barak Yahuwah, Yahuwah once again did send us with a word. All esteem to Yahuwah. Let him be esteemed, and him be esteemed alone. Barak Yahuwah, him be esteemed alone. This is a continuation of the last lesson. This is a continuation of the last lesson Yahuwah did through us last Shabbat. So if you are taking notes, the title of this lesson is a marriage ordained by Yahuwah is to be KADUSH. A marriage ordained by Yahuwah is to be KADUSH. Marriage is truly a great mystery. Repeat that one more time. A marriage ordained by Yahuwah is to be KADUSH. Marriage is truly a great mystery. Just to give a short recap, just in case any of us missed the last lesson, Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah, concerning the last lesson, he for those who didn't know, he revealed to us what KADUSH is. KADUSH is set apart by Yahuwah, different from everything else, different from anything else in this world. KADUSH is set apart. It don't look like the worldly things. It doesn't resemble the things of this world. It is different from everything else, because that which is truly KADUSH is not of this world. Everything that's KADUSH, every good gift that comes from Elohim, it comes down from Shamayim, including the understanding of how to truly guard his Torah and keep his ways, Barak Yahuwah. So KADUSH is to be set apart. It's sacred. So with that being said, Yahuwah in the last lesson began to teach us. He began to teach us and reveal to us how it is to be KADUSH, how it is to be set apart. It is Yahuwah. The only way that we can be set apart, the only way that we can be KADUSH is by receiving the set apart Ruach, is by receiving the set apart Spirit. This indeed is what sets us apart. by receiving the circumcision of the heart, the spiritual circumcision of the heart, the cut in which indeed spiritually separates us from this flesh. It spiritually separates us, and because we are spiritually separated from the flesh, we are also separated from the curse that is also attached to the flesh. And because we are separated from the flesh, spiritually separated from the flesh, by his Ruach living in us, we can also rule over the flesh. Not only that, by receiving his Ruach, we also receive his mind. Now through his Ruach can lead us into all truth, and his Ruach can teach us how to do everything KADUSH, everything set apart. But he also showed us that if we don't receive his Ruach, then we have no rights to none of his KADUSH things. None of them. We have no rights to none of his KADUSH things. Why? Because we are still unclean. We are the people still outside the camp, outside the presence of his people, and Yahuwah dwells in the presence of his people. But here's the thing, all his people is his people because of his Ruach. They have the indwelling of his Ruach. Only those who are led by the Ruach of the living Elohim, these are the sons and daughters of Yahuwah. These are the sons and daughters of the reign. So we must receive his breath in order to be invited into the camp, to not only have access to his set-apart children, but to have access to all of his KADUSH things. If we still remain outside the camp, still remain in our uncleanness, then we cannot touch anything that is KADUSH. We cannot touch anything that is set apart. Not even his KADUSH marriage, because his children have his spirit. And if we do not have his spirit, then and we convince one of his children to intermingle with us, by not having his spirit, by not being able to be led into all truth, the only thing that we can do if we come together with his children that have his spirit is lead his children astray away from him. Is lead his children astray away from him. And the text declares that if we cause one of his sheep to stumble that believe in him, it is better for us to tie a millstone around our own neck and cast our own self into the sea. So the foundation of everything good is receiving his Ruach. If this is indeed the first step to all things good, including to pursuing a set-apart marriage that is ordained by Yahuwah, a marriage that he can agree to, a marriage that he will bless. Barak Yahuwah. This is the first step. This is indeed the first step to all things good. But Yahuwah is leading us to speak on the subject of marriage. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. So with that being said, there is two more precepts to go over concerning. We must, without his Ruach, beloved ones, we can't do nothing good. Not keep his feast days, not keep the Shabbat day, not keep nothing set apart, because we have not the set apart Ruach living in us. Only by his breath, beloved ones, can we touch anything KADUSH. Barak Yahuwah. With that being said,
John chapter 14, 11 through 21. John chapter 14, 11 through 21. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father is in me. Otherwise, believe me because of the works themselves. Truly, truly, I say to you, he who believes in me, the works that I do, he shall do also.
Barak Yahuwah. He who believes in him, the works that he do, he shall do also. We are followers of Yahuwah. We are followers of Yahusha. We are nothing but branches attached to the branch. And if we are truly attached to him, then we truly should bear fruit. Fruit of righteousness. Barak Yahuwah, because also the text declares that all who don't bear fruit, the axe is already laid to the root of the trees of those who don't bear fruit, and they will be cut away from Yahusha. They will be cut away, and they will dry up. They will dry and wither up as dry branches, and they will all be gathered and thrown into the fire. So if we are truly attached to Yahuwah, if we are truly Nazarene, if we are truly branches attached to the branch, then we will truly do what he does and what he did when he walked this earth. And greater works than those we shall do, because we are his children. Barak Yahuwah. We are his children. But as the text declares, apart from him, outside of him, we can do nothing. We can do nothing. And if we don't receive him, Yahusha being the Ruach HaKodesh, being the set apart spirit, if we don't receive him, then what good thing do you think that we can do, beloved ones? We can't do nothing good. That's including a set apart marriage that is ordained by Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. You keep going, big bro.
I say to you, he who believes in me, the works that I do, he shall do also. And greater works than these he shall do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I go to my Father, and whatever you ask in my name, that I shall do.
That I shall do.
In order that the Father might be esteemed in the Son. If you ask whatever in my name, I shall do it. If you love me, you shall guard my commands.
You shall guard my commands.
And I shall ask the Father, and he shall give you another helper to stay with you forever. The Spirit of the truth.
The Spirit of the truth.
Whom the world is unable to receive.
Whom the world is unable to receive.
Because it does not see him.
Because it not see him.
Or know him.
Or know him. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. The helper is the Ruach HaKodesh. The helper in which helps us and assists us to do all things good. All things that will esteem his great name. We must our life should esteem his great name, because our life should be a perfect offering unto him. Everything that we do should be righteous. Everything should be it should be the foundation of everything that we do. It should be righteous. But how can we do that without the helper, without the set apart Ruach living in us? We need the helper to do all things. We need the helper to be a perfect husband. We can't do it like we can't do it without him, because he is the perfect husband. He is the example of how to be a perfect husband. How can we look like him if we don't have him? This is the foundation. This is the first step. If we don't receive the Ruach of the living Elohim, then we shouldn't even be thinking about marriage. Seek our first love. Seek to be seek your husband, Yahuwah himself. Seek to engraft into him through Yahushua HaMashiach. When you receive his Ruach, this is what engrafts you into him. This is what makes you his children. This is what makes you his bride. This is what makes you capable of doing anything good. Because unless he is living in us, doing his good work through us, how can he get the esteem? If he's not living in us, doing his good works, if we just simply doing things ourselves, who do you think getting the esteem? It's not him, it's us. So he must be living in us, doing his good will through us, in which will give him all the esteem. So if we, so by him helping us to be a good husband, this esteems him. Women, by him helping you to be a perfect wife, to be a humble and submissive wife, this esteems him. But apart from the Ruach living in us, we can't do it. Even if we try to pretend like we are doing it and it look like we are doing it, it's not true. Because there's only one who is true, that is Yahuwah himself. And if he is not living in us, then we can do no things good. Keep going, big bro.
But you know him, for he stays with you and shall be in you. I shall not leave you orphans. I am coming to you. Yet a little while, and the world no longer sees me. But you shall see me, because I live in you.
Because I live in you.
Shall live. In that day you shall know that I am in my Father, and you in me, and I in you.
And I in you.
He who possesses my commands and guards them, it is he who loves me. And he who loves me shall be loved by my Father. and I shall love him and manifest myself to him.
Barak Yahuwah, and manifest himself to us. How he manifests himself to us, beloved one, he come into us. It's the desire of Yahuwah to have truth in our inward parts. To have truth in our inward parts, Barak Yahuwah. And Yahusha proclaims that he is the way, the truth, and the life. He is the way, the truth, and the life. He is our righteousness, beloved ones. Without him living in us, we can do no things good. We can't get around it. This is Torah. Barak Yahuwah. This is Torah. Barak Yahuwah. Keep
Barak
going, bro.
Barak Yahuwah. No, you.
Okay.
Philippians chapter 3, verse 1 through 3. Philippians chapter 3, verse 1 through 3.
Mm-hmm.
For the rest, my brothers, rejoice in Yahuwah. To write the same matters to you is truly no trouble to me. And for you, it is safe. Look out for dogs.
Barak Yahuwah. Look out for dogs.
Look out for the evil workers.
Look out for the evil workers.
Look out for the retaliation.
Mm-hmm.
For we are the circumcision.
For we are the circumcision.
Who are serving Elohim in the spirit.
And what?
And boasting in Messiah.
You go back?
Who is serving Elohim in the spirit.
Again?
Who is serving Elohim in the spirit.
Who is serving Elohim in the spirit. For we are the circumcision. Those who receive the spiritual circumcision of the heart. Who is by which enable us to serve Elohim, to serve Yahuwah in the spirit. If we have not his Ruach, if we have not his spirit, if we have not received the circumcision of the heart, if this have not partook in us, then we are not his. And this means we have no rights to none of his spiritual things, because everything that is of Yahuwah is spiritual. Everything that is of Yahuwah is KADUSH, is set apart. And if we touch it with our filthy hands, if our heart have not been circumcised, if we are still outside the count with the unclean ones, trying to touch his set apart things, we are defiling it. We are defiling it. It is only by his spirit can we do anything good. It is only by his spirit, his Ruach, can we truly live a life that is set apart, a life that will please him. It is only by his spirit that we can touch any of his KADUSH things. Apart from this, we can do nothing. Outside of the Ruach of Yahusha, who is the Ruach HaKodesh, we can do no good. We can do no good. Yahuwah is hammering in on this truth because many bypass this first step. Many ignore it, thinking that they I can do this. Like, no, we can't do nothing apart from Yahuwah, because he is the helper. He is the comforter. Without him, we can do no good. Without him, everything we do is as filthy rags in the eyes of Yahuwah. The first step of doing all things good, including a set-apart marriage, a KADUSH marriage, the first step is receiving breath, receiving Ruach. Apart from this, we can't do nothing good. Barak Yahuwah. Keep going, big bro.
Who are serving Elohim in the spirit and boasting in Messiah Yahusha.
Boasting in Messiah Yahusha, Barak Yahuwah, because we can do nothing. So our boast is him. Our boast is in him, Barak Yahuwah, because it is him that does all good things through us. We can't do nothing. We are nothing. We are just dirt beneath it. We are just dirt vessels. We are nothing. But we also believe and understand that through him we can do all things. Barak Yahuwah. He is our boast. Barak Yahuwah.
And boasting in Messiah Yahusha, and do not trust in the flesh.
Do not trust in the flesh. Barak Yahuwah. If you trust in the flesh, if you walk according to your flesh, if you give in to your flesh, you're going to die. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. So that was that pretty much completes the first step, Barak Yahuwah. The first step of even beginning to try to pursue a set apart marriage, Barak Yahuwah. Now we're going to go back once again to the beginning, Barak Yahuwah. We're gonna go dive in the first book of Adam and 𝐤𝐄𝐄, the first book of Adam and 𝐤𝐄𝐄, chapter 70. But before we go there, Yahuwah desires to say a word. Barak Yahuwah. So here, like what we're about to read, before this time, the enemy of Yahuwah, which is Hashatan, which is Satan, he have been throwing everything he can at Adam, trying to overcome him in every way. But Yahuwah every time intervenes and gives him the victory over his enemy, which is Hashatan. But he's steady coming at him. So now, as we're gonna see here, he is about to war against him. He's about to war against him. He's about to come at him with a new weapon. And the weapon that the weapon that he's going to use against Adam, try to use against Adam, is marriage. The weapon that he's going to try to use against Adam is marriage. Barak Yahuwah. It might be confusing to some because how can he come against Adam with marriage when marriage is pure? Marriage is legal. Indeed, marriage is legal. Marriage is legal. Marriage is KADUSH. It's set apart if we do it the right way. If we do it the right way, we also must understand that there is a wrong and right way to do everything under the sun, beloved ones. There is a right way and there is a perverted way to do everything under the sun. And this is why it's so important to need his spirit, to need his ruach, because there's so much falsehood in the earth. There's so much darkness, confusion, falsehood in the earth, in which if we don't have the helper to give us the discernment to rightly rule between the clean and the unclean, between right and wrong, between good and evil, between light and darkness, if we don't have the ruach teaching us how to rightly rule matters, then it is a high possibility that we will receive the thing which is evil for good. And this is also crime in the eyes of Yahuwah. Is sin to call the thing good bad and call the thing bad good. Paraphrasing Barak Yahuwah, this is crime. So we need the help of beloved ones. But yes, what we're about to read is Hashatan coming against Adam, using marriage as a weapon. Barak Yahuwah. So let's get into it. Barak Yahuwah.
First book of Adam and 𝐤𝐄𝐄, chapter 70. First book of Adam and 𝐤𝐄𝐄, chapter 70, in its entirety. After this, Satan, the hater of all that is good, took the form of a messenger, and two others with him. So they looked like the three messengers who had brought to Adam gold, incense, and myrrh. They came to Adam and 𝐤𝐄𝐄 while they were under the tree, and greeted Adam and 𝐤𝐄𝐄 with friendly words that were full of deceit.
Full of deceit.
But when Adam and 𝐤𝐄𝐄 saw their friendly countenance and heard their sweet speech, Adam rose, welcomed them, and brought them to 𝐤𝐄𝐄, and they remained all together. Adam's heart was happy all the while because he thought that they were the same messengers who had brought him gold, incense, and myrrh. This was because when they came to Adam the first time, peace and joy came over him from them because they brought him good gifts. So Adam thought that they had come a second time to give him other gifts to make him rejoice. He did not know it was Satan. Therefore, he received them with joy and associated it with them. That's why we don't take things from everybody, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Then Satan, the tallest of them, said, Rejoice, Adam, and be glad. Look, Elohim. Look, Elohim has sent us to you to tell you something. And Adam said, What is it? Then Satan said, It is a simple thing, but it is the word of Elohim. Mm-hmm. Will you accept it from us and do it? If you will not accept it, we will return to Elohim and tell him that you would not receive his word. And Satan continued saying to Adam, Don't be afraid and don't be afraid and don't shake. Don't you know us? But Adam said, I do not know you.
I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Because you look like the people that I once knew, but you ain't talking like them.
But Adam said, I do not know you. Then Satan said to him, I am the messenger that brought you gold and took it to the cave. The other messenger is the one that brought you incense. And the third messenger is the one who brought you myrrh when you were on top of the mountain. It was he who carried you to the cave. It was our other fellow messengers who lifted you to the cave. Elohim has not sent them with us this time because he said to us, You will be enough. So when Adam heard these words, he believed them and said to the messengers, Speak the word of Elohim and I will receive it. And Satan said to him, Swear and promise me that you will receive it. And then Adam said, I do not know how to swear and promise. And Satan said to him, Hold out your hand and put it inside my hand. Then Adam held out his hand and put it into Satan's hand. Satan said to him, Now say this, As Elohim who raised the stars in the Shamayim, and established the dry ground in the waters, and has created me out of 4 elements, and out of the dust of the earth, and in logical and true does speak. I will not break my promise nor abandon my word. And
beware of making agreements with people, beloved ones. Beware of making agreements with people. That's not a part of this lesson, but this is what the people of Hashatan does. There's 2 manner of people on this earth. There's the firstborn seed of Yahuwah and the firstborn seed of Hashatan. Beware of making agreements, because witches and warlocks, they need you to agree with them. They need you to agree with them to truly have power over you. There is power in agreements. Yes, it is. There is power in agreements. And Hashatan knows this, and so does his children. So does his children knows this. There is power in agreements. So beware of making agreements with people. Assure that these are ensure who you making agreements with. You know what I'm saying? Like, do not be deceived, because these witches and what, like, they even need you to agree to enter into their house, and they need you to agree for them to enter into your home. You know what I'm saying? Like they need to be invited, because if you invite them, they have rights to be there, and which means they got the power to do their will in your home. Beware of them. Beware. This is not a part of this lesson, but Barak Yahuwah is necessary. Beware of making agreements with people.
Yes, and taking things from people.
Yes.
We are called a tried friend, as me and the blood brother was talking yesterday, that we are called to try a friend and not to always take things into our homes that somebody is giving. And because when you take these items, real coots, demonic spirits own these items, and you are bringing them into your home, and you have made an agreement, and now the adversary got access to everything in that house because it's attached to this item. So we have to be careful that we try one another. We try every ruach to see if they of Elohim.
Rock Yahuwah.
Then Satan said to him, Look, some time has passed since you came out of the garden, and you do not know wickedness or evil. But now Elohim says to you, to take 𤄄 who came out of your side and marry her, so that she will bear you children to comfort you and to drive from you trouble and sorrow. These things is not difficult, and there is nothing morally wrong in it for you.
Barak Yahuwah. So he just told Adam. He's saying that Yahuwah is telling Adam to marry 𤄄. You know what I'm saying? And, so that he can so that she can bear up children for him. And the common person be like, well, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Well, he didn't even give him instructions on how to do it. He just told him to enter her. This is whoredom, beloved ones. This is fornication. This is fornication. There's a right and wrong way to do everything under the sun. Barak Yahuwah. And he is warring against Adam by giving him this command, by putting this in his mind. Adam is childlike. He this wasn't even in his mind before this point. You know what I'm saying? But even if he do resist him, which he will, he is still planting seeds in his mind now. He is still planting seeds in his mind in which he is going to continue to try to use against him. Barak Yahuwah. As we proceed forward, we're going to see that he has planted a seed in his mind right now to come together with 𝄄. Barak Yahuwah. But keep going.
First book of Adam and 𝄄, chapter 71.
Mm-hmm.
First book of Adam and 𝄄, chapter 71 in its entirety. But when Adam heard these words from Satan, he sorrowed much. Because of his oath and his promise. And he said, shall I commit adultery with my flesh and my bones? And shall I sin against myself, so that Elohim will destroy me and blot me out from the face of the earth?
He understands very well what this is. And he understands instantly that these words did not come from my Father. Because his sheep hears his voice, and another they will never follow. Barak Yahuwah. Keep going.
First I ate of the tree, and he drove me out of the garden into this strange land, and deprived me of my bright nature.
Mm-hmm.
And brought my death. If I do this, he will cut off my life from the earth, and he will cast me into Gehenna, and plague me there a long time. But Elohim never spoke the words that you have said, and you are not Elohim's messengers.
So not.
He did not send you. You are devils.
You are devils.
And have come to me under the false appearance of messengers.
Mm-hmm.
Away from me, you cursed of Elohim.
Away from me, you cursed of Elohim.
Then the devils fled from Adam. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. He stood up. Barak Yahuwah. Yeah. Then the devils fled from Adam, and he and 𝄄 got up and returned to the cave of treasures and went into it. Then Adam said to 𝄄, if you saw what I did, don't tell anyone, because I sinned against Elohim in swearing by his great name. And I have placed my hand once again into that of Satan. 𝄄 then held her peace, as Adam told her.
Remember, like, beware, beloved ones, of making agreements with people. Barak Yahuwah. Like, beware of that, like, for real. Barak Yahuwah.
Then Adam got up and spread his hands before Elohim, beseeching and entreating him with tears to forgive him of what he had done. And Adam remained standing and praying in that way for 40 days and 40 nights. He did not eat or drink until he dropped down on the ground from hunger and thirst. Then Elohim sent his word to Adam, who raised him up from where he lay, and said to him, Adam, why have you sworn by my name? Why have you made agreement with Satan again? But Adam cried and said, oh Elohim, forgive me. I did this unwittingly, because I believed they were Elohim's messengers. And Elohim forgave Adam and said to him, beware of Satan.
Beware of Satan. Barak Yahuwah.
And he withdrew his word from Adam, Then Adam's heart was comforted, and he took 𤄄, and they went out of the cave to prepare some food for their bodies. But from that day, Adam struggled in his mind about marrying 𤄄.
But from that day, he struggled in his mind about marrying 𤄄, because even though he resisted the devil, he planted a seed in his mind. Right? So Yahuwah is building up some like he is Brock Yahuwah. So he is going somewhere with this, Brock Yahuwah, because we are still on the subject of marriage. We are still on the subject of marriage, Brock Yahuwah. So we are going so we are going somewhere with this. But he planted the seed. He planted the seed of getting to know 𤄄 in his mind. Now he is warring against. Now he is resisting the devil from this day forward. Brock Yahuwah, keep going, bro.
But from that day, Adam struggled in his mind about marrying 𤄄, because he was afraid that if he did it, Elohim would be angry with him. Then Adam and 𤄄 went to the river of water and sat on the bank, as people do when they enjoy themselves. But Satan was jealous of them and planned to destroy them.
And he planned to destroy them, and so he's gonna continue, because he's still at war with him by way of marriage. He ain't gonna stop. So now we're gonna see him come again. And still try to war with him by way of marriage. Brock Yahuwah, keep going.
First book of Adam and 𝐄, chapter 72. First book of Adam and 𝐄, chapter 72, in its entirety. Then Satan and 10 from his host transformed themselves into maidens with more favor than any other in the entire world. So
now they're transforming themselves into maidens, into women right now. Barak Yahuwah.
They came up out of the river in front of Adam and 𝐄, and they said among themselves, "Come, we will look at the faces of Adam and 𝐄, who are of man on earth. They are beautiful, and their faces look different than ours." Then they came to Adam and 𝐄 and greeted them, and they stood amazed at them. Adam and 𝐄 looked at them also, and wondered at their beauty, and said, "Is there another world under us with such beautiful creatures as these in it?" And the maiden said to Adam and 𝐄, "Yes, indeed, many of us were created." Then Adam said to them, "But how do you multiply?" And they told him, "We have husbands who have married us. And we bear them children, who grow up and in turn marry and are married and also bear children. This we increase. O Adam, you will not believe us. We will show you our husbands and our children." Then they shouted over the river as if to call their husbands and their children. And man and children came up from the river. And every man came to his wife, and his children were with him. But when Adam and 𝐄 saw them, they stood speechless and were amazed at them. They said to Adam and 𝐄, "See, all our husbands and all our children, you should marry 𝐄 as we have married our husbands, so that you will have children as we have." This was the way Satan was to deceive Adam.
So he's using this as a weapon against him to deceive him, Barak Yahuwah, because it's multiple purposes of what he's doing against him. He's trying to get him to sin against Yahuwah so that Yahuwah will destroy him, because his goal is to destroy Adam, just like his goal is to destroy us. But also he has another purpose, to build up his seed in the earth. Yes, Hashatan once again has a seed in the earth, the seed of rebellion, the seed of darkness. His seed will obey his voice. His seed will fulfill his desires. His seed will do all manners of wickedness, all manners of darkness. But the firstborn seed of Yahuwah will resist the devil and do righteousness. There's two manner of people in the earth, beloved ones. There's two manner of people. And he is trying to convince him to obey his voice, to go against the Torah, to not come together with Kua according to the Torah, but do it against the Torah, thereby raising up a wicked seed, his seed, and having his seed fill the earth. And if this took place, it's very much possible, like that mankind could have been overcome. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and at this point, Barak Yahuwah, but like what he's trying to get him to do is obey his voice. If he obeys his voice, then once again, Hashatan will be his father, his master. Remember when Adam sinned against Yahuwah, he was covered. Adam sinned against Yahuwah. Yahuwah slew, after he confessed his crimes to Yahuwah, Yahuwah slew 2 animals, and blood was shed so that their sins could be forgiven, and he covered them with the skins of them animals, which means he recovered them with his righteousness. And we also read in the last lesson, Barak Yahuwah, that Yahuwah once again sprinkled clean water on them and gave them 3 tokens. These tokens point to the death, burial, and the resurrection of Yahushua HaMashiach. It points to the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach. It points to breath. So they are his children. They have the Ruach of the living Elohim, which is the very thing that's helping them to resist the devil. That's helping them to give them the discernment that no, you're not my father. Like you are trying to trick me and going against him. If we don't have the helper, then it's very high possibility that we're going to be tricked. And Hashatan is still playing these same games in the earth today, because there's a wrong and right way to do everything under the sun. If we don't do marriage according to Torah, according to the righteous instructions of the living Elohim, then this is nothing more than fornication. Even though it is marriage, though. It is marriage. You did come together, but you didn't come together righteously. Your marriage cannot be blessed by Yahuwah because that particular marriage wasn't ordained by him. Only the marriage that is ordained by him according to his righteous instructions, only this marriage he can bless. And a blessing is also spiritual. Is also spiritual. All blessings come from Yahuwah, and Yahuwah is Ruach, Barak Yahuwah.
72. Satan also thought to himself, although at first commanded Adam concerning the fruit of the tree, saying to him, do not eat of it, or else you shall die. But Adam ate of it. But Elohim did not kill him. He only gave him by law death, plagues, and trials.
Death, plagues, and trials.
Until the day he shall leave his body.
And that's what we are going through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Yahuwah he is redeeming us from death. He is redeeming us he is redeeming us from the death. He is redeeming us from the curse of death. He is delivering us from the plague of death, Barak Yahuwah, by his blood. But even by receiving the Ruach, even by being covered with his blood, we still got to endure trials until we leave this earth. Why? Because it is the trials that is the very thing that is perfecting us. It is the trials and tribulations that we are going through that is refining us and making us perfect. Without us going through these trials, trials is another form of correction. And Yahuwah corrects every son he receives. Yes, he does. Barak Yahuwah. So if we are truly his, if we truly have the Ruach of the living Elohim, then we will be going through some kind of trials. It is not going to be hard, but but because we have his Ruach, it is possible. It is more than possible for us to overcome. But even with his Ruach, we must resist the devil so he will flee. We can't give in to him. We cannot give in to him. If we give in to him, we agree to him. If we give in to the flesh, we agree to the flesh, and he's the owner of the flesh. Even with the Ruach, we must resist and war and fight with all we got to not agree with Hashatan. Because if we do, Barak Yahuwah, then he have rights to once again be our master. Barak Yahuwah.
In another place, it's in James 1, it says, "My brothers, count it all joy when you fall into various trials,
Barak Yahuwah.
knowing that the proving of your belief works endurance.
Yes.
And let endurance have a perfect work, so that you be perfect and complete, lacking in naught. If any of you lack 𝐤𐄄𐅄 or wisdom, let him ask of Elohim, who gives to all generously and without reproach, and it shall be given to him. But he shall ask and believe, not doubting, for he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind."
Toss and crow by the wind. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
He only gave him by law death, plagues, and trials, until the day he shall leave his body. But if I deceive him to do these things in 𝐤𝐄𝐄 without Elohim's permission,
Without Elohim's permission, this is the goal, beloved ones. This is still the war that he is doing against all mankind. So the understanding of how man and woman should come together according to the Torah is important. It's just as important as keeping the Torah. Because if we do it any kind of way, it is not going to be blessed by Yahuwah. It is going to be counted as sin to us. It is going to be counted as whoredom, as fornication. Barak Yahuwah. So we must understand what is Yahuwah's desire concerning marriage, and how does he want us to come together, man and woman, to come together. If we don't do it the way he ordains it to be happen, it is crime. It is sin to us, beloved ones. And this is a weapon that Hashatan is still using against the Son of Man today. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. Barak Yahuwah.
but if I deceive him to do this thing in 𝐤𝐄𝐄 without Elohim's permission, Elohim will kill him.
He surely will.
Therefore, Satan worked this apparition before dawn in Kua, because he sought to kill him and to make him disappear from off the face of the earth. Meanwhile, the fire of the immorality came over dawn, and he thought of committing transgression.
Now, like everything he done thus far, everything that we read was to plant the seed of what in him? Of lust. And this seed is being watered, is increasing in him, and he is warring against it. He haven't given in to it, but it's in his mind now. Like he's warring against it. He's warring against it with all he got, Barak Yahuwah, and he will continue to do so as we will read. He will never give in to this wicked 𝐤𝐄𝐄. He will never give in to the wicked 𝐤𝐄𝐄 of lust. It is not Yahuwah's will for us to partake in lust, because Yahuwah didn't give us this ruach. This ruach does not come from Elohim. This ruach does not come from Yahuwah. This ruach comes from one source, and that is the enemy himself, Hashatan himself, Barak Yahuwah. Yahuwah didn't give us a ruach of lust. Barak Yahuwah. So even beforehand, I'm going to let you know, we should not be inviting this ruach into the bedroom, beloved ones. We should not be inviting this ruach into the bedroom. This is unclean. This is unclean. Barak, as the text will prove, this is unclean.
Barak Yahuwah. And to add on, this lesson is not for children, Barak Yahuwah. So just a heads up, it's not for children. So if you got your children around, Barak Yahuwah, you've been warned. This lesson is not for children.
Thank you, big bro.
Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah.
Thank you, big bro.
Verse 72. Verse 72.
The number next to it too is a verse.
Chapter 72, verse 13. Appreciate it. Chapter 72, verse 13. Meanwhile, the fire of immorality came over Adam, and he thought of committing transgression. But he restrained himself. He restrained himself.
He resisted the devil.
Yes. Fearing that if he followed the advice of Satan, Elohim will put him to death. Barak Yahuwah. Then Adam and Kua got up and prayed to Elohim.
Listen real close to this prayer, because this prayer is important. Barak Yahuwah.
While Satan and his hosts went down into the river in front of Adam and Kua, so they would see them going back to their own world. Then Adam and Kua went back to the cave of treasures, and as they usually did around evening time. And they both got up and prayed to Elohim that night. Adam remained standing in prayer, but did not know how to pray because of the thoughts in his heart about marrying Kuah.
Because the thought of his heart is about marrying Kuah, like Yahuwah. He didn't know how to come to Yahuwah at this point because of these thoughts, Yahuwah, like that's trying to overtake him, Yahuwah. But once again, even though his heart is on fire right now, his heart is on fire. He did not give into it. He is wrestling. He is resisting the devil. He is resisting the devil, trusting in Yahuwah, keeping in his mind that this is not the will of Yahuwah. Yahuwah didn't tell me to do this. Mm-hmm. Yahuwah didn't tell me to do this, so I'm not going to do it. But even though he is fighting right now, it is not easy. He has the Ruach HaKodesh and he is still resisting. And I'm grateful that he has the Ruach HaKodesh, because if he didn't, who knows? Like he probably would have already gave into it. But it is by the help, the comforter, the assistance of the Ruach HaKodesh that gives us the strength to overcome these wicked desires. Barak Yahuwah. So now we see Barak Yahuwah. His heart is on fire right now for Kuah because of the wickedness of Hashatan. But let's see how he handles it. Barak
Yahuwah. And he continued this way. Wait, let me go back. 72:16, chapter 72, verse 16. And they both got up and prayed to Elohim that night. Adam remained standing in prayer, but did not know how to pray because of the thoughts in his heart about marrying Kuah. Mm-hmm. And he continued this way until morning. When light came up, Adam said to Kuah, mm-hmm. Get up, let us go below the mountain where they brought us gold, and let us ask Yahuwah concerning this matter. Then Kuah said, What is the matter, Adam? And he answered her, that I may request Yahuwah to inform me about marrying you, because I will not do it without his permission. Mm-hmm. Or else he will kill you and me. Mm-hmm. For those devils have set my heart on fire with thoughts of what they showed us in their sinful visions. Mm-hmm. Then Kuah said to Adam, Why do we need to go to the foot of the mountain? Let us rather stand up and pray in our cave to Elohim to let us know whether this advice is good or not. Then Adam rose up and prayed and said, O Elohim, you know that we transgressed against you. Yep. And from the moment we sinned, we were stripped of our bright nature. And our body became brutish, requiring food and drink, and with animal desires. Command us, O Elohim, not to give way to them without your permission. For fear that you will turn us into nothing. If you do not give us permission, we will not overcome and follow that advice of Satan, and you will again kill us. Mm-hmm. If not, then take our beings from us and let us be rid of this animal lust. So this animal like lust is still going throughout all the earth, because the truth is, beloved ones, Yahuwah desires for us to stand upright as men and women. But remember, we have been humbled. We have been extremely humble since the beginning, like since we sinned against Yahuwah, and we have been given this flesh that is animal-like. We didn't have this flesh before, but we have been given this flesh which is animal-like. And if we walk according to the flesh, then we will not only have this be led by this animal-like flesh. Our characteristics will be beast-like as well. We will have beast-like lust. We will be led by beast-like lust. We will have beast-like anger, just willing to fight each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all saw them animals, like they willing to fight each other over women, anything. You know what I'm saying? This is beast-like. This is beast-like. But when we receive the Ruach of the living Elohim, by this we are able to stand upright before him as men and women.
Rocky, this is what sets us apart. This is what makes us not beast-like. This is what gives us the strength to overcome the animal-like lust, the animal-like anger, the like animal-like discord and strife and contention and no self-control, and all these things are beast-like. Gluttony, that's beast-like. Rocky, most animals don't have no self-control. They just keep everything that is crime is beast-like in some kind of way. But Yahuwah wants us to walk upright as men and women, being sons and daughters of the living Elohim. And this is only possible by the Ruach HaKodesh, Barak Yahuwah. But so this is another reason. This is another reason why if we have not the Ruach, these animal-like love, these animal-like desires, we will give into them if we have not the helper, if we have not the comforter. And if we give into them, how can we expect our marriage that they're supposed to be KADUSH, that's supposed to be set apart, that's supposed to be different from everything else, everything in the world? The foundation of the marriage in the world is lust. The foundation of the marriage of the world is lust. It's all about lust. It's all about lust. That they aspire to get the perfect tight dress and the perfect tight dress to entice their husbands to marry them. And even within the marriage, their focus is to try to find a way to continue to entice that lust by wearing skimpy clothes and doing unclean things in order to keep their husband interested. The worldly marriages, the foundation of the worldly marriages is lust. But we, his set apart people, our marriages is to be KADUSH. Our marriages is to be set apart. It's not like the worldly marriages. We are not led by the Ruach of lust. No, we do not invite this Ruach into the bedroom. No, this is not KADUSH. This is unclean. This is unclean behavior, and it is not ordained by Yahuwah's set apart people. We bear fruit of righteousness. We walk in set apartness. We make a distinction between the clean and the unclean, and we do not partake in unclean things like lust. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. To add on, 1 John chapter 2. The one who says he is in the light and hates his brother is in darkness until now. The one who loves his brother stays in the light, and there is no stumbling block in him. But the one who hates his brother is in the darkness and walks in the darkness and does not know where he is going because the darkness has blinded his eyes. I write to you, little children, because your sins have been forgiven on account of his name. I write to you, fathers, because you have known him from the beginning. I write to you, young men, because you have overcome the wicked one. I write to you, little children, because you have known the Father. I wrote to you, fathers, because you have known him from the beginning. I wrote to you, young men, because you are strong, and the word of Elohim stays in you. And you have overcome the wicked one. Do not love the world. Nor that which is in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Because all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not in the Father, but in the world. And the world passes away, and the lust of it. But one doing the desires of Elohim remains forever.
The one doing the desire of Elohim remains forever, and we do not know his desire if we have not his Ruach.
Yes, right.
It's going to keep saying it because it's like we must get this. Yahuwah wants us to understand this, especially for those who don't have his Ruach. Barak Yahuwah, we want you to understand that in order for us to do anything good, the foundation is Ruach. The foundation is breath. And it begins with obedience. So if you have not his Ruach, if you desire to draw near to Yahuwah, if you desire to draw near to the all-consuming fire, It begins with obedience. It begins with disobeying your husband now. With your husband now, if you have not the Ruach, it's Hashatan. So it begins with disobeying Hashatan and beginning to obey Yahuwah. This is how we draw near to Him. But if you draw near to Him, understand that Yahuwah is a all-consuming, is the all-consuming fire, Barak Yahuwah. So understand who it is that you are drawing near to. And so the fire is going to get turned up. These trials is going to get lit up, and it's going to get, and the heat is going to get more intense. But when it does, do not give up. Continue to obey. If you are found trustworthy with the little that He gives you, He's going to begin to reveal to you things that you are doing against Him. And even when it gets hard, continue to repent and apply the truth that He is teaching you to your life. If you continue, if you are found trustworthy, He will lead you to Yahusha. He will lead you to receiving breath. He will lead you to partaking in the death, burial, and resurrection of Yahushua HaMashiach. And you will go down there with a hunger and thirst, understanding that if you do not receive breath, this is a death sentence. We need His breath. We need His life in order to live, because He is life. Apart from Him is nothing but death. Apart from Him is nothing but death. Yahuwah is life. So how can we expect to live without the living Spirit living in us? If we have not His Spirit, we are still dead. We are still unclean, and we cannot do no thing good, not one thing good. We need His breath to do all things that is set apart, all things that is KADUSH. Without His breath, we can do nothing. Barak Yahuwah.
If not, then take our beings from us and let us be rid of this animal lust. And if you give us no order about this thing, separate Kua from me and me from her, and place us far away from each other. Then Elohim, if you separate us from each other, the devils will deceive us with their apparitions that resemble us.
So what he's saying is that if you do separate us, they will appear to us as us. So they will appear to Adam as Kua, and they will appear to Kua as Adam, and they will overcome them by this. So this is what he's saying. I want to explain it so we understand. Barak Yahuwah.
Then, O Elohim, if you separate us from each other, the devils will deceive us with their apparition that resemble us, and destroy our hearts and defile our thoughts towards each other. If our hearts is not towards each other, it will be towards them. Though their appearance when the devils come to us is in our likeness. Here, O Adam. Here, Adam ended his prayer.
Here, Adam ended his prayer. So he's pleading with Yahuwah. He's pleading with Yahuwah, please, cause he got a fire lit in his heart that's strong right now for Kua. He has a fire lit in his heart that's strong right now for Kua. Lust is trying to overtake him, and he desires to be one with Kua, one with Eve, but he doesn't want to do it without the permission of Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. He wants Yahuwah to permit this, to do something to help us. Like, help us, Master Yahuwah, because I feel like I'm about to be overcome by this. So please help us, do something for us. Help us, Master Yahuwah. And if it's not your will for us to come together, then separate us. Like, separate us so I don't sin against you. I don't want to sin against you, but my heart is on fire right now. So help us. But if you do separate us, just know that they will still come to us like pretending to be us, and we still might be overcome. So please, he is desperate right now. He is desperate, crying out for help. Like, help me, Master Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah, I don't want to see, it's not my desire to sin against you. I need your help. Please hear me. And this is what Yahuwah is going to say. Barak, we're going to do, Barak Yahuwah.
The first book of Adam and Kua, chapter 73. First book of Adam and Kua, chapter 73 in its entirety. Then Elohim considered the words of Adam, that they were true.
That they were true.
And that he could not wait long for his order.
That he could not wait long for his order. This is compassion. Keep going.
Respecting the counsel of Satan. And Elohim approved Adam.
He approved it.
And what he had thought concerning this. And in the prayer he had offered in his presence, and the word of Elohim came to Adam, and he said to him, O Adam, if only you had had this caution at first, before you came out of the garden into this land. After that, Elohim sent his messengers who had brought gold, and the messenger who had brought incense, and the messenger who had brought myrrh to Adam, that they should inform him respecting his marriage to 𤤄𤄅. Then those messengers said to Adam, take the gold and give it to 𤤄𝄅 as a wedding gift.
Take the gold and give it to 𤤄𝄅 as a wedding gift. Rock Yahuwah. Now, we see some things here. We see some steps within marriage, Rock Yahuwah, that Yahuwah desires to bring out. Okay, so the first step, the foundation, the first step is to ensure that both parties have the Ruach of the living Elohim. We must be sisters and brothers. Yes, we do. Rock Yahuwah. We cannot marry the nations. We cannot marry the nations. Those who are outside the 12 tribes of Yasharah. These we are not to marry. We are not to intermingle with. So the first step is to ensure that we are sister and brother. The second step, Rock Yahuwah, I believe is especially now, is that they have to agree. They have to agree. Man and woman must agree, because she won't serve. Okay, so Yahuwah won't force us to serve him. We must willingly want to serve him. We must willingly serve him. We must willingly offer our whole life to him in perfect obedience to him. So the woman must be willing to serve. The woman must be willing to be one with you. If she's not, then that's already a matter of uncleanness. So if y'all do come together, it's already a matter of uncleanness in her already. She must agree to serve. And also the father must let me go back. Okay, so the first step is to make sure that both parties have the Ruach. The second step is to make sure that the father agrees. Excuse me. The second step is to make sure that the father agrees. First of all, Yahuwah must agree. We must go to Yahuwah. We must go to Yahuwah and make sure that he agrees with it. This is the second step. We must make sure first that we both are sons and daughters of Yahuwah, and after that, the man got to go to the father, which is Yahuwah, to make sure that this is his desire, that this is his will to marry this particular daughter, Barak Yahuwah, that this particular daughter. After we go to Yahuwah, you must go to her physical covering. If her dad is she's still in her dad's life, if she's still in her dad's life in his house, if he's providing for her, then you go to her father and you ask him, Barak Yahuwah, to marry his daughter, to marry his daughter, Barak Yahuwah, to marry his daughter. If he agrees, Barak Yahuwah, he will require from you a bride's price, a bride's price. If he agrees, and he also has the right to say no. Let me bring that out too. The father also has the right to say no. Yahuwah, who is the father, also has the right to say no. Just because two people have the Ruach of the living Elohim living in them doesn't mean it's Yahuwah's will for these two particular people to come together. Barak Yahuwah. So the father, we must go to the father and have him to and get permission from the father. If Yahuwah agrees, we must go to her physical covering. If her father in her life, must go to him. If she's of an assembly and she has an elder, then we ought to go to the elder of the assembly to get permission from him. If she has not a father or in her life, or not an elder in her life, then still we ought to go to Yahuwah and make sure that he agrees with it. Barak Yahuwah. A man is also to provide, to go and prepare a place, a dwelling for his wife, if the father agrees. If the father agrees, he is to go and to prepare a place which Yahuwah will provide if it's his will. He probably already provided it, Barak Yahuwah, but he must prepare a place because the bride must have an inheritance. Barak Yahuwah. She must have an inheritance. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. But we see here that so Adam is providing the bride's price. The very bride price that Yahuwah provided. Yahuwah provided this bride's price. Barak Yahuwah. And this bride's price. This bride's price is the very tokens that Yahuwah gave them in the last lesson. The token that represents the death, burial, and the resurrection of Yahushua HaMashiach. So he is commanding Adam to give to Kua the gold that Yahuwah provided him, that Yahuwah provided him, that lights up the cave, that represents the Ruach of the living Elohim, Barak Yahuwah, which this also once again points to us. Bro, I'm gonna bring that out in a minute. Just keep reading, big bro.
Adam obeyed the messengers and took the gold and put it into Kua's bosom, in her garment, and promised to marry her.
Yes,
with his hand. Then the messenger commanded Adam and Kua to get up and pray 40 days and 40 nights. When that was done, then Adam was to have sexual intercourse with his wife. For then this would be an act pure and undefiled.
Pure and undefiled, Barak Yahuwah. So he gave her the gold that Yahuwah provided. So we see that Yahuwah must provide the bride's price. It is Yahuwah who provides the bride's price. It's Yahuwah who provides even the dwelling, the physical dwelling. It is Yahuwah who must provide all these things. But this particular bride's price, it points to Ruach. It points to Ruach. The man is to give the woman, to essentially give the woman Ruach. He is to wash her with the washing of the word. He is to wash her with the washing of the word. And he can't do this unless he has not Ruach himself. So man, it's important for you to make sure that you indeed have Ruach yourself. And in the bride price that is provided, we see that Yahuwah must provide the bride's price. He provides it. He provides all these things. Because according to the Torah, a husband must provide his wife her food, her covering, which points to her clothes. Also, that points to the roof over her head, the roof that covers her. He must provide her food, her covering, and her marital rights. If he cannot provide in all these things, then according to the Torah, he must let her go for free. But this is the letter. Barak Yahuwah. But what do all these things spiritually point to? Her food is the living word. It's the living Torah. Barak Yahuwah. We can't only provide our wives with physical food and think that we are fulfilling the Torah. No, the letter will kill us. We must wash our wives with the washing of the word, feeding them with the spiritual food that only comes from Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. So if we have not the Ruach ourselves, how can we provide her the spiritual food that she needs in order to be strong spiritually, in order for us as men to one day present her to Yahuwah as a well-pleasing daughter, a well-pleasing bride to him? This is the man's responsibility. Barak Yahuwah, this is the man, and also to provide her covering, to provide her roof. Well, according to the Torah, Yahuwah is a perfect covering. If we as the man simply obey Yahuwah and Ruach in the truth, then he will perfectly provide us a roof over our head. He will perfectly provide us food to eat. Barak Yahuwah. He is a perfect covering. So as long as Yahuwah is still our Father, is still our Elohim, these things will always be provided. These things will always be provided. Barak Yahuwah. We must not only obey the letter, but obey the spirit as well. The spirit as well. But also we must understand this. Barak Yahuwah, read what you got one more time. 73:6 again. 73:6.
Then the messenger commanded Adam and Kua to get up and pray 40 days and 40 nights.
Mm-hmm.
When that was done, then Adam was to have sexual intercourse with his wife, for then this would be an act pure and undefiled.
Pure and undefiled. Barak Yahuwah. Remember, like Adam was being overtaken with lust. His heart was full of he wanted Kua. Adam Hashatan planted these seeds of trying to trick him with these thoughts, Barak Yahuwah. These thoughts. So he's warring against these thoughts, Barak Yahuwah. But the messenger told him to fast 40 days and 40 nights and then enter her. It's my belief, beloved ones, that him fasting these 40 days and 40 nights, by him doing this, he was no longer on fire for Kua, far as lustful. Like he was no longer lusting over Kua at this point. I believe at this point when he entered her, they came together for the sake of righteousness, not for the sake of lust. Because he fasted those 40 days and 40 nights, praying to Yahuwah, fasting and praying before Yahuwah for 40 days and 40 nights. It's my belief, beloved ones, that he overcame the weapon of Hashatan that he tried to use against him. He tried to use his greatest weapon against him, and that is the ruach of lust. He tried to use his greatest weapon against him, and that is the ruach of lust, Barak Yahuwah. But he overcame that wicked desire by simply seeking Yahuwah with all his heart, mind, and strength, warring against that fleshly desire and going to Yahuwah and seeking instructions from Yahuwah in order to truly come together the right way with Kua. If he didn't do this, then he would have been overcome. Barak Yahuwah. You can keep reading.
Chapter 73, verse 7. Then both Adam and Kua received the words of the messengers, and the messengers departed from them. Then Adam and Kua began to fast and pray until the end of the 40 days, and then they had sexual intercourse, as the messengers had told them. And from that time, Adam left the garden until his wedding. Kua were 223 days. That is 7 months and 13 days. This was how Satan war with Adam was won by Adam, and Satan was defeated.
So the war in which he warred against Adam, he lost. Barak Yahuwah. So he was defeated by obedience. Like he was defeated, like Adam won the war by obeying Yahuwah, by coming together with Kua by the righteous instructions of the living Elohim. If he came together with her outside those instructions, just giving in to these lustful desires, then this would have been seen as whoredom in the eyes of Yahuwah. It would have been seen as fornication. It would have been seen as sin in the eyes of Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. But Yahuwah also, I believe, wants to reveal something else to us. Because Yahuwah he always allowed things to be. Barak Yahuwah. He always allowed things to be until his true desire can be fulfilled. He allowed things to be, and so that his true desire to be, until his true desire could be fulfilled. Barak Yahuwah, it always been his desire to dwell in the hearts of man, and always been, because his desire was accomplished in the beginning when he created Adam. He was dwelling in Adam. He was dwelling in him. This was his perfect house. But until Yahuwah came as Yahusha, in flesh, and did the perfect work that needed to be completed in order for his desire to be fulfilled, he allowed certain things to happen. He allowed man to build a tent so that a portion of his ruach can dwell in, which this tent, it pointed to the most KADUSH place of the heart. Barak Yahuwah, even a temple, he allowed a temple to be built so a portion of his ruach can dwell in, so that he can place his name there. But this temple, it pointed to the most KADUSH place, which is the human heart. He always desired, Barak Yahuwah, the true circumcision, the spiritual circumcision that it happens spiritually in our heart. But until this desire could be fulfilled, he allowed the fleshly circumcision to take place. Barak Yahuwah. He allowed the fleshly circumcision to take place. He always desired. We always have been the true offering of Yahuwah. Those offerings, those animal sacrifices, they not only do they point to Yahusha, who came as the Son, they also pointed to his actual Son. They pointed to us. We are those offerings. We are those perfect offerings that he desires, Barak Yahuwah. But in the days of old, he allowed animal sacrifice until his true desire can be fulfilled. What Yahuwah wants us to know, Barak Yahuwah, is that his true desire concerning marriage, Barak Yahuwah, is neither Barak Yahuwah. Let's read it, Barak Yahuwah. This precept.
Hebrews chapter 13.
No, it's what you see.
I see Hebrews. I don't think that is.
Okay, just take mine. I don't know why. It did.
Luke chapter 20, verse 33 and through 36. Lucas chapter 20, verse 33 through 36. At the resurrection then, whose wife does she become? For the seven had her as wife. And Yahusha answering said to them, the sons of this age marry and are given in marriage. But those who are counted worthy of attending that age, and the resurrection from the dead, neither marry nor are they given in marriage.
Neither married nor are they given in marriage.
For neither is it possible for them to die anymore, because they are like messengers and are sons of Elohim, being sons of the resurrection.
This is the end goal, beloved ones. This is his true desire. But I believe Yahuwah revealed to me that he allowed marriage, and just like we read, like Barak Yahuwah, because of the righteous prayer of Adam, and he considered his words to be true. He allowed it, like you know what I'm saying, like he allowed it, Barak Yahuwah. He allowed marriage to be as a way to strengthen his children, Barak Yahuwah. I believe, beloved ones, if marriage is done right, Barak Yahuwah, marriage is able to give us, to strengthen our self-control, to strengthen us in every way spiritually, as we are both on this walk of selflessness. We both putting each other above ourselves. We both understand that our body is not our own. The woman understands that my body is not my own, so I'm willing to offer myself. I'm willing to offer myself in complete submissiveness and complete servitude in order to increase your self-control. I believe this is something in place that will help us to be strong, for as not being overcome by lustful desires. Barak Yahuwah. But when we are lacking self-control, when we are lacking self-control in the thought of lust maybe trying to overtake us, Yahuwah provided us a wife that understands that my body is not my own. I am your possession. I am willing to offer up myself to you in order to increase your self-control, in order to increase you, in order to increase your belief. That like marriage is a tool meant to strengthen us spiritually, not a tool in which we give in to our own lustful desires. Barak Yahuwah, because this is indeed whoredom, giving in to the flesh, giving in to the lustful desires is whoredom, but it is righteousness to come together for the sake of love. It is righteousness to come together for the sake of understanding that I am willing to offer myself to you to increase your self-control, to increase your ability to operate in more self-control, because our first love is Yahuwah. Our first love is Yahuwah. We are a people of self-control. We are a people of Ruach. According to Torah, when we was a sovereign nation, when man and woman came together, this act indeed was unclean. It made them to be unclean. So they had to walk outside the camp and wash themselves, unclean themselves, and when evening came, they could come back in the house. They can come back in the midst of a camp. But just imagine if somebody didn't have self-control. Just imagine if someone just came together with their wives every day. You know what I'm saying? Then you will remain outside the camp. You might as well just set up a tent outside. We are people that come together for the sake of righteousness. We are people that come together for the sake of righteousness. It is a righteous thing for men and women to come together, living a life of selflessness, of selflessness, understanding that I am willing to offer my whole self unto you. I am willing to offer my whole self unto you in order to strengthen your self-control, Barak Yahuwah, so that we can continue to walk this thing out. So we continue, and also, man, understanding that your body is not your own. If your wife is growing weak and she needs, like, you are not to deny her marital rights. You are to understand that your body is not your own, and become one with her to strengthen her. Because just like man can be overcome by these desires not of Yahuwah, women can too. Barak Yahuwah. So Yahuwah, and these next precepts is gonna shine more light on what Yahuwah is saying right now. Barak Yahuwah. Was that the next one? Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Mm-hmm. Let marriage be respected by all.
Let marriage be respected by all, yes.
And the beds be undefiled.
And the marriage bed be undefiled. Be undefiled.
But Elohim shall judge those who whore.
But Elohim shall judge those who whore.
And adulterers.
And adultery. In adultery. Barak Yahuwah, go to blue letter and look up the word whore for me. Blue letter. If you can. You on internet? Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah, the marriage bed is to be undefiled. Like it is to be undefiled. It is to be set apart. Everything that we do is to be KADUSH, beloved ones. Everything that we do is to be KADUSH. Barak Yahuwah, like everything. No, I said you. Barak Yahuwah, like everything we do is to be KADUSH, beloved ones. Yeah. Barak Yahuwah. We like I'm going to find the word of whoredom to make more sense.
Whoredom is going to be 𝐤𝐄𝐄𝐄, which is H2180, and it's to be a harlot, act as a harlot.
It was excuse me, family. Give me 1 second. Hebrews 13:4. Oh, I think I already found it. I think I already got it. That constitute anymore. Yes, read this. Let me see. It is a harlot.
Yeah, it's different. Okay, a harlot.
It's the same thing as the same thing as a whore.
A harlot, a woman who sells her body for sexual uses. A prostitute, a harlot, one who yields herself to defilement for the sake of gain.
For the sake of gain.
Any woman indulging in unlawful sexual intercourse.
Any woman indulging in unlawful sexual intercourse.
Whether for gain or for lust.
Whether or for gain or for lust. Whether or for gain or for lust. And it's not just women. It's men as well. It's men as well. So if we come together, if man and woman come together unlawfully, period, unlawfully, this is whoredom. The marriage bed is to be undefiled. Like the marriage bed is to be undefiled. Barak Yahuwah. So there's certain things that there's a lot of different. There's certain things that we can't do, that we can invite into the bedroom in order to keep it set apart, in order to keep it in order to keep it KADUSH. There's certain things that we can't do, and we cannot invite the ruach of lust into the bedroom. We cannot, just like we read, Adam warring against this ruach, warring against it, not giving into it. Barak Yahuwah, not giving into it. Barak Yahuwah. And I believe wholeheartedly that when he came together with Kua, he did not come together for the sake of lust. He did not come together for the sake of lust. He came together for the sake of righteousness. He was commanded to do it. He was gave a certain amount of instructions how to do it, and he obeyed these instructions. He did not come together for the sake of lust. Yahuwah did not give us the ruach of lust. Just like he didn't give us the ruach of fear, he didn't give us the ruach of lust. And what Yahuwah wants us to know, that even within our marriages, it is easy. It is easy to give into this ruach. It is easy because he is still using this tool. He is still using this tool even within our marriages. Even within marriage, if we are not careful, we can be overcome by this scheme. And as we will read, as Yahuwah will read, it might not be this particular lesson, but next time, even when Adam was in his marriage, he was still warring against this ruach. Even in the midst of his marriage, after he had children and everything, he was still warring against this ruach. So we must beware, beloved ones. Yahuwah did not give us a ruach of lust. We come together for the sake of righteousness. It is righteousness for two to come to agree to be fruitful and multiply. It is righteousness when the husband is weak and might be overcome by this ruach for the wife to understand that, oh no, my body is not my own. I'm here for you. I am here to strengthen you. And when man and woman come together, it strengthens him to keep walking in self-control, to keep walking in it. You know what I'm saying? Because marriage is legal. It's KADUSH, it's set apart. Barak Yahuwah, but by no means do man and woman ever come together for the sake of lust. By no means do man and woman ever, or who is righteous, who has the righteous ruach of the living Elohim living in them, by no means do we ever come together for the sake of lust. This is whoredom. This is whoredom. This would defile the marriage bed. This would defile the marriage. This is not legal. It is not a legal way that man and woman should come together. This would defile the marriage bed, and this is sin in the eyes of Yahuwah. Next precept, big bro.
Ephesians chapter 5, 1 through 18. Ephesians chapter 5, 1 through 18. Become then imitators of Elohim as beloved children, and walk in love, as Messiah also have loved us, and gave himself for us, a gift and an offering to Elohim for a sweet smelling fragrance. But whoring in all uncleanness, or greed of gain, let it not even be named among you, as is proper among set apart ones, neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor coarse jesting, which are not fitting, but rather thanksgiving. For this you know, that no one who whores, nor unclean, nor one greedy of gain, who is an idolater, has any inheritance in the reign of Messiah and Elohim.
Has any inheritance. Barak Yahuwah.
Let no one deceive you with empty words.
Let no one deceive you with empty words.
For because of these, the wrath of Elohim comes upon the sons of disobedience. Therefore, do not become partakers with them.
Don't do it.
For you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Master. Walk as children of light. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is well pleasing to the Master. And have no fellowship with the fruitless works of darkness.
Have no fellowship with the fruitless work of darkness.
But rather convict them. For it is a shame even to speak of what is done by them in secret. But all matters being convicted are manifested by the light. For whatever is manifested is light. That is why he says, wake up, you who sleep, and raise from the dead, and Messiah shall shine on you. See then that you walk exactly, not as unwise, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are wicked. So then, do not be foolish, but understand what the desire of Yahuwah is.
Understand what the desire of Yahuwah is.
And do not be drunk with wine, in which is loose behavior.
The desire of Yahuwah is to simply do righteousness. It's to be set apart. It's to make a distinction from the clean and the unclean. There is a right and wrong way to do everything under the sun, beloved ones, and we must understand this. That's including that's including man and woman coming together. If we do it wrong, it will be against the Torah, which is sin. Barak Yahuwah.
But be filled with the Spirit.
Barak Yahuwah. Next precept, bro.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9 through 20. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9 through 20. Do you not know that the unrighteous shall not inherit the reign of Elohim? Do not be deceived. Neither those who whore, nor idolaters, nor effeminate, nor homosexual, nor thieves.
These are all founded and based by lust, whoredom, all these things. These are lust. We must understand that lust is the greatest weapon that Hashatan has always used against us. It was lust that he used to overcome Adam and Kuah. They lusted over the tree. Yes, the foundation of covetousness is lust. You lusting over your neighbor's wife, coveting her. You lusting over his house. You lusting over his ox. You lusting over his maidservant, his male. Lust is the greatest weapon that he is using against the sons of man. And he is using it to defile almost everything that is pure, almost everything that is set apart, and that is including the righteous, the set apart marriage bed of Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. We must beware of his schemes. Beware of him, beloved ones. Lust is the foundation of pretty much every sin. Barak Yahuwah. Like it is lust and pride is one, beloved ones. Barak Yahuwah. Like we must beware of this. We must beware of even drunkenness, like even gluttony, like lusting over food, like over it's all one, beloved ones. It's all one. Beware of these schemes. Beware of the enemy. Barak Yahuwah. Learn to make a distinction between the clean and the unclean, and do not give in to his wicked desires. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. It's 3:58.
Neither those who whore, nor idolaters, nor effeminate, nor homosexual, nor thieves, nor greedy of gain, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor swindlers shall inherit the reign of Elohim. And such were some of you. But you were washed, but you were set apart, but you were declared right in the name of the Master Yahusha, and by the Spirit of our Elohim. All is permitted me, but not all do profit. All is permitted me, but I shall not be under authority of any. Foods for the stomach, and the stomach for food. But Elohim shall destroy both it and them.
Mm-hmm.
And the body is not for whoring.
The body is not for whoring,
but for the master.
But for the master. He is our first love. We must understand this. We must love him above everything. Above everything, even above us coming together with our wives, with each. We must love him above everything. We must love being in his presence above any and everything. Barak Yahuwah, he is our first love. He and the body is not for whoring. Barak Yahuwah. So the marriage bed is to be undefiled, beloved ones. The marriage bed is to be undefiled. It's not a place where we can invite lust into. If we do this, then we have defiled the marriage bed.
And the body is not for whoring, but for the master, and the master for the body. And Elohim, who raised up the master, shall also raise us up through his power.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not know that your bodies are members of the Messiah?
Mm-hmm.
Shall I then take the members of Messiah and make them members of a whore?
No.
Let it not be.
Let it not be.
Or do you not know that he who is joined to a whore is one body? For he says, the two shall become one flesh.
The two shall become one flesh.
And he who is joined to the master is one spirit.
Is one spirit.
Flee whoring.
Mm-hmm.
Every sin that a man does is outside the body.
Is outside the body.
But he who commits whoring sins against his own body.
You sin against your own body.
Or do you not know that your body is a dwelling place of the set-apart spirit who is in you?
Your body is a dwelling place of the set-apart spirit that Yahuwah is living in you, Barak Yahuwah.
Which you have from Elohim, and you are not your own, for you were bought with a price.
You were bought with a price.
Therefore esteem Elohim in your body and in your spirit, which are Elohim.
And we should esteem him in every way. Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. It is offering time now, beloved ones. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah is offering time. Barak Yahuwah. We're going to give Yahuwah his living food, his living bread. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Pray that we can understand the truth, beloved ones. Like, we are his people. We ought to be KADUSH. We ought to be set apart in every way. Our body is not our own. If we are in marriage, or we are thinking about pursuing marriage, our marriage should be a perfect foreshadowing of Yahuwah's love for his bride and the love that his bride has for him. Yahuwah enters us when we receive Ruach, but he never enters us by the sake of lust. He always enters us for the sake of righteousness. And we ought to look like him in every way, beloved ones. Rock Yahuwah, about to partake in the offering of the Master, the 9th hour offering. Rock Yahuwah. Brother, you want to lead us in?
Yes, sir. Rock Yahuwah. Rock Yahuwah, Master Yahuwah, we thank you for your word. We thank you for all that you have done for us and all that you are teaching us, Master Yahuwah, on how to resemble you in all things, Master, in all areas of our life, Master Yahuwah, that we are resembling you and that we are being a mirror, Master Yahuwah, as what you do in heaven, Master, should be done on earth, Master Yahuwah. Master. We pray that you give us the strength and the guidance and understanding to make a distinction between the clean and the unclean, Master Yahuwah, and cling on to what is good and let go of all things that is sin, Master Yahuwah. We pray that you continue to strengthen our feeble knees on this Shabbat day, which is the sign and the seal to your covenant people. That you continue to cleanse us and wash us by the washing of your word, Master. Let us be a doer of the word, not just a hearer of the word, Master Yahuwah, deceiving ourselves, Master. We ask that you strengthen us, Master Yahuwah, in all areas where we are weak in, Master Yahuwah, in all areas that we are struggling in, Master Yahuwah, in all areas that even if we didn't know this, Master Yahuwah, those who do will turn from this behavior because it's not of you, Master.
Yes, Master.
That they will turn for every unclean act, Master Yahuwah, that's not of you, Master Yahuwah, and to cling on to your words, Master Yahuwah. For the words that are spoken today are not our own, Master, but are coming from you directly, Master Yahuwah. We pray that this offering is well pleasing and is set apart as the sweet smell of Savior to your nostrils, Master, and that we do not turn neither to the left or to the right of your commandments. In the Basham of Yahusha HaMashiach we pray. So be it.
So be it.
Rock Yahuwah.
Rock Yahuwah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, offer up praises to Yahuwah. Hallelujah,
Follow the cloud wherever he may lead us. Don't put our trust in the arm of man.
Follow the cloud wherever he may lead us. Don't put our trust in the arm of man.
Cloud by day,
My fire by night.
Yahoo.
Cloud by day, my fire by night. Cloud by day, my fire by night. Cloud by day, my fire by night. Follow the cloud wherever he may lead us. Don't put our trust in the arm of man. Follow the cloud wherever he may lead us. Don't put our trust in the arm of man. Cloud by day, my fire by night. 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 Follow the cloud wherever he may lead us. Don't put our trust in the arm of man. Follow the cloud wherever he may lead us. Don't put our trust in the arm. Cloud by day, my fire by night. 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 Follow the cloud wherever he may lead us. Don't put our trust in the arm of man. Follow the cloud wherever he may lead us. Don't put our trust in the arm of man. Cloud by day, my fire by night. 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 Follow the cloud wherever he may lead us. Don't put our trust in the arm of man. Follow the cloud wherever he may lead us. Don't put our trust in the arm of man. Cloud by day, my fire by night. 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 Rock your
Rock
hood.
Yahoo.
Rock your hood.
Rock Yahoo.
Rock your
Rock
hood.
Yahoo.
Rock your hood. Okay,
Rock your hood. We're gonna pray us out. Rock your hood. Rock your hood. Rock your hood. Master Yahuwah, we pray that this offering was a sweet smelling Savior to your nostrils, Master Yahuwah, and that you accept it, Master Yahuwah. That it came from a pure place, Master, because we are nothing but dirt, and that we seek your face each and every day, and we pray that you continue to strengthen us, Master. Continue to go before us, Master Yahuwah, that you be our pillar of cloud by day
please, Master.
and our pillar of fire by night. Sham Yahusha. So be it.
So be it.
So be it.
Rock your hood. So be it. Yeah, beloved ones, we're going to read one more precept to end it. Rock your hood. We're going to read one more precept. That should end this lesson for today. Rock your hood. Just for Yahuwah to get his point across that he did not give us a ruach of lust, Right, and that is not his intentions on him allowing us to come together as man and wife. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 1 through 9. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 1 through 9.
Mm-hmm.
And concerning these matters, you wrote to me,
Mm-hmm.
it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
It is good for a man not to touch a woman for the sake of lust. It is good for a man not to touch a woman. Go ahead.
But because of whoring,
But because of whoring,
let each one have his own wife.
let each one have his own wife. This is the foundational reason why Yahuwah, at his love and commitment and compassion towards us, allowed man and woman to come together for the sake of strengthening us. Not for us to give in to our lustful desires, but for this to be something that will strengthen us spiritually in righteousness, not lust. Keep going.
And let each woman have her own husband.
And let each woman have her own husband.
Let the husband render to his wife what is her due.
Let the husband render to his wife what is her due, and that due is marital rights. You don't deny yourself from her. You don't deny your woman from her marital rights, because this that's her rights. That's her rights. This is righteousness. Barak Yahuwah. It is righteousness for you to know, man, that your body is not your own. You know what I'm saying? Your body is not your own. You are one flesh now. So for the sake of strengthening us, for the sake of building up your wife spiritually in the foundation of righteousness, it is righteousness for you to not deny her, especially if she is in a need, if she is in of need at this time. You know what I'm saying? Because if we deny each other, and not fulfill the righteous Torah, then this could hinder us. This very thing could allow lust to overtake us. Lust is his greatest weapon, beloved ones. Lust is his greatest weapon. Beware of lust, and lust should not be invited into the bedroom, but it is righteousness for two to come together for the sake of selflessness. Both parties willing to offer themselves to each other for the sake of strengthening one another spiritually, so we could so that we continue to walk this walk of love and perfection. Barak Yahuwah.
Let the husband render to his wife what is her due, and likewise also the wife of her husband. The wife does not have authority over her own body.
Yes, like the wife does not have authority of her own body.
But the husband does.
But the husband does.
And likewise, the husband does not have authority over his own body.
Likewise, the husband does not have authority of his own body.
But the wife does.
But the wife does.
Do not deprive one another except with agreement
with
for
agreement,
a time.
For a time. So we can deprive. We agree to come together for a time for what?
To give yourself for fasting and prayer, and come together again, so that Satan does not try you because of your lack of self-control.
Because your lack of self-control. Because see, marriage is something which Yahuwah allows to increase our self-control, to increase us to walk this walk of love. Because everything that we do is not about us. We are on this walk of selflessness. Man is willing to offer his body to his wife for the sake of strengthening his wife. Woman willing to offer her body to her husband for the sake of strengthening her husband. Men and women willing to agree to come together for the sake of righteousness, like for the sake of being fruitful and multiplying. We are on a walk of love, of selflessness. It ain't about us. Yahuwah give us a house is not about you. It's about others. If he gives you a vineyard or fruit trees or whatever, it ain't about you, it's about others. This fruit proves that we are the children of Abraham, because Abraham had all this. He had great wealth, but he understood that it didn't have nothing to do with him. He was selfless in every way. And if we are boasting that we are his children, we should be bearing the same fruit. Everything that we do is founded by somebody else. even woman cleaning, even if a single woman that has the ruach of the living Elohim is staying by herself, cleaning her house, cleaning her dishes, even that she's not doing doing that because of herself. She's doing that because of Yahuwah, because she understands that Yahuwah is clean and he desires a clean place, and she understands that everything she do is in servitude of him. Everything we do is for the sake of others and not for the sake of ourselves. That's including man and woman coming together. We are not about coming together pleasing our own wicked flesh. Yahuwah didn't give us a ruach of lust. He gave us a set apart ruach, a righteous ruach, and we do all things according to the Torah, which is righteousness. He didn't give us a ruach of lust. Barak Yahuwah.
Do not deprive one another except with agreement for a time, to give yourself to fasting and prayer, and come together again so Satan does not try you because of your lack of self-control.
Because your lack of self-control.
And I say this as a concession, not as a command. For I wish that all men were even as I myself.
Because he was a man that he didn't have a wife, beloved ones. Barak Yahuwah. But Yahuwah gives every man a gift. You know what I'm saying? Like every man a gift. So if he calls you to marriage, walk in it. You better walk in it, Barak Yahuwah. But if marriage is going to be a cause of stumbling to you, Barak Yahuwah, Yahuwah is no stumbling block. But so if he calls you to do it, then know that he gave you everything you need in order to do it. He gave you everything that you need in order to do it right according to his will. According to his will. Barak Yahuwah, this is something that he allowed for the sake of strengthening his children. Strengthening his children in righteousness, not for the sake of unrighteousness, not for the sake of wickedness, not for the sake of whoredom and all kinds of unwickedness. It is something he allowed to strengthen us spiritually, beloved ones. Us daily dying to our own self, dying to our own desires, and daily lifting up each other above ourselves, putting each other above ourselves. Barak Yahuwah, man ruling over his woman with a tender heart, with a tender heart, Barak Yahuwah. Like, understand that the end goal is for us to be co-heirs. Understand that the end goal is for us to be co-heirs. Barak Yahuwah, woman humbly submitting herself to her husband, placing her husband above her, dying to her own desires and only doing the desires of her husband. This walk that we own is a walk of love, is a walk of selflessness. It's not a walk of selfishness. It is not about self. It is about us. It is about putting others above ourselves in all that we do, and that's including coming together. And even when we agree to come together for the sake of being fruitful and multiply, we are agreeing to do this for the sake of Yahuwah's will. So it's never about us. This is the seed of Hashatan. This is what they do. This is what they do. This is why they come together. But as Yahuwah said, even in the title, a marriage ordained by Yahuwah is KADUSH. It's set apart. It is not like the world. It is completely different. It don't look the same. It will look strange to the worldly people. It will look strange. Everything that we do is set apart. And it is the Ruach that teaches us to make a distinction between the clean and the unclean. And without the Ruach, we will defile the marriage bed. We will defile the marriage. We will not live a life that is well-pleasing to Yahuwah. Without his help, without the help of the Comforter, we can do nothing good. That's including marriage. Barak Yahuwah. Anything else?
But each one has his own gift from Elohim. One in this way, and another in that. And I say to the unmarried and to the widows, it is good for them if they remain even as I am. But if they do not have self-control, let them marry.
Let them marry.
For it is better to marry.
It's better to marry than to burn. Bro, Yahuwah allowed marriage to build up our self-control. Because if I believe he didn't allow this, like it's already going to be a remnant. It's already going to be a remnant of all creation that's going to enter into life already. That's with him allowing marriage. But without him allowing it, it probably would have been even less than that. This ruach is so deceptive. It's so wicked. And even with the ruach, if we are not careful, beloved ones, if we do not resist the flesh, if we do not resist Hashatan, it's possible that it can overtake us. So without the ruach, like, we need the ruach, beloved ones. We need the ruach, and even with the ruach, we must resist this desire, beloved ones. And we must examine ourselves when we are doing things in the marriage bed, to ensure that we do not defile the marriage bed. We cannot invite everything into the marriage. The marriage bed is to be KADUSH as well. It could be set apart as well. Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. I pray everything made sense. I pray that it was edifying. I pray that I pray that you was convicted. Barak Yahuwah, if you doing things that is unclean, partaking in unclean things like sodomy or any unclean things, or lusting over each other, Barak Yahuwah, I pray that Yahuwah brought us all a better understanding concerning this matter, Barak Yahuwah, and that we will begin to examine ourselves and turn from these things, Barak Yahuwah. It's very important in this season that we know this, because Barak Yahuwah, because the truth is, I believe it was a blessing that he revealed this to me, because I too was overcome by this, beloved ones. I too was overcome by this. I was one that thought that because I was married, I'm good now. I don't have to. I can't be overcome by look. I'm married now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely had the understanding that I can't do all things. I can't do everything. I can't do the stuff like you know what I'm saying. This lesson is not for children, Barak Yahuwah. So I definitely had the understanding that I can't do stuff like oral sex and all kinds of wicked things in different positions and stuff like that. I had this understanding, but I didn't understand that it was even possible that I can be overcome by lust in my marriage, you know, in my marriage, and Barak Yahuwah, and I didn't understand the schemes of the adversary, of him him trying to make us come together outside the boundaries of the Torah. I didn't understand that as well. After Yahuwah revealed to me who my wife was, and I went through the steps. I got permission from the Father. He revealed to me that this is my wife, and that he wanted me to live in Texas with my life, or with my wife. He revealed a lot of things, even though I'm not married now, beloved one. So I'm just letting you know, Barak Yahuwah, where I believe I was overcome, Barak Yahuwah, for the sake of building up of his people. Barak Yahuwah, Yahuwah revealed to me who my wife was at the time, and Yahuwah provided the bride's price. Everything was lining up, and so I was to go to another state to retrieve my wife, to retrieve my wife, and so I already gave her the bride's price. At this point, she's already my wife. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I had the understanding that, you know, it didn't matter, you know what I'm saying, I understood that I had to fulfill all righteousness. That I had to provide the marriage agreement had to take place, and the marriage agreement had to take place, and her entering into the marriage chambers, and all that had to happen. But I didn't understand. I didn't know that if I was to enter her early, this would be wrong in the eyes of Yahuwah. And so when I went to go retrieve my wife at the time, and we packed up everything, and everything ready to go. And so now all we gotta do is just go back to the house that Yahuwah already provided the next day, and then there'll be that'll be, and then we already had the marriage feast set up and set up and everything, where we can do the marriage vows the next day. But Hashatan, like, you know, I believe, beloved ones, like that night, before we came back, I was overcome, beloved ones. I was overcome, and I did something that was disorderly. I entered her early, and I was overcome by lust, I believe. I didn't see it this way at the time, but Yahuwah revealed to me that this is exactly what that was. So even if you are aspiring to come together for the sake of righteousness, just know that Hashatan is going to try to throw. He may try to throw everything he can, because he doesn't want two to come together for the sake of righteousness. But if he can't stop y'all from coming together for the sake of righteousness, what he would try to do is try to get y'all to come together outside of righteousness. So just putting myself out there for the sake of building up with his people. Beware of him, beloved ones. Do not be overtaken by him. Do not be deceived by his schemes. Yahuwah did not give us a ruach of lust. Yahuwah did not give us a ruach of lust. This ruach only comes from Hashatan himself. So please take heed of this. Take heed of this. He allowed marriage for the sake of building up of his people, for the sake of giving us more self-control, not so that we can give in to our lustful desires. Barak Yahuwah. But that concludes this lesson. Barak Yahuwah. I pray there was a barakah to you. Until we meet again next time. Shalom, shalom, beloved ones.
Shalom, shalom.